Hey y'all, this is the Southern Sim here again with you today. I have another build for you. It's called the Coastal Cottage. I've been seeing everybody making their builds and stuff from island living, and I really wanted to do it, but because I still don't have the pack, I mean, eventually I will, but at this point I don't. I went and decided, well, I'll just make it. I'll find um, a lot and I'll just start building something. But my inspiration I got off of line of a house that's sort of like on stilts, but in the center there's like a area that they've usually set in the thing just for storage or something. So I put the storage at the bottom like it shows in the my inspiration, and I just went to put a few things in there to make it look like more like that it was storage. Put some doors, of course, so you can get to both rooms. Now, if you download this house, please change those rooms to something else, like whatever you want to do. It's completely up to you. Put stairs if you want to make it one long room or something. But this was just, I've made it as close, within regard to, just the way I want maybe a few things to look, and, just changed a few things up just a little bit so it, looks a little bit more like I wanted it, but still showing my inspiration. So, I mean, by all means, change it. But here we are. Was trying to get the roof situated the way it was supposed to look, so it would have that charm and look when you actually go into the house. Now, I started with black or dark brown. It's probably dark brown is what that color is. But then I was like, I looked at the inspiration. I thought, well, the dark brown doesn't look so good. They actually have white. And if you saw just then that I didn't change the one side, I forgot. But I did change it when I went to go do the screenshots. I was like, wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture? So I had to go back and change those to white. So don't worry, they've been changed. It is white. But here I was just trying to get all that to match up. And I was really thankful that when I did the edging along the bottom of the house, but I was like, I wonder if it'll work on the stairs. And so I went to go play around with it on the stairs, and it's like, oh, thank you. It worked. And I was able to put that, out there so I'd have that edging look so it would tie in everywhere. But this was just a very interesting house, and because I had the front pulled out, the eave pulled out in the front, it made that eave stick out so far in the back. And so I was like, well, I'll just have to pull the house out more on the bottom to kind of compensate so it don't look so weird or whatever. And of course, I couldn't get that line to go across like the rest of the house. And I was like, what am I going to do here? So I went looking for stuff to put there, kind of give it that line. It's not exactly the same color, but it does imitate. Now, that would have looked perfect, but when you turn around to the side, I saw that it stuck out, and I could not get it to work. I was like, well, forget this. So I just left with that. It gave it that line. It was a little bit thinner line, but it still gave it, the line look. So now we are in here trying to get the layout. Now, I wanted 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and one of the bedrooms to be a master bedroom. So the bathrooms are still kind of small, even for the master bedroom, but they still have a lot of character and a lot of interest. So, I mean, check it out and see what you think. I decided this time to go with a more green, like inside and outside hue. I did still put a lot of color, and I did put a lot of plants, as I normally do. If that's not your thing, remove them. I just like that. And I found out something too, and I hope I'm remembering this correctly. Play around with it. But when you scale down those little lights, if you continue to hold Alt and don't let it go, you can place as many of those small lights as you want. So I thought that was pretty handy, that I didn't have to keep scaling them down every light I place. So if you all have known that hint, great. But if you hadn't, hey, there's a hint that you didn't that you can use in your build next time when you want to scale them things down. But I thought that was pretty neat. I was like, wow, I don't know why I was still holding the Alt key, but it worked, so it did the job. But I wanted to, it showed in that thing to have closets, and by putting the closets in, you took up some of that bathroom space, unfortunately, but it gave a little bit more privacy with the toilet area. So it's kind of in a way, a win-win. But anyway, here I am just putting some decorations out, trying to make sure things are laid out good, and you have a few things. Now, I did not place a microwave here because as long as they have the stove and the refrigerator, they can fix food. Now, if you want a microwave, by all means, change it up, put a microwave in. But I decided not to go with it because this is a beach house, and then you would probably with a beach house, even though technically it's not at the beach, you'd still want to probably, have a microwave. You more than likely would probably want to cook stuff like if you went out fishing in the ocean, you'd probably want to, fresh fish, fried fish, or cooked or baked fish or whatever. So you'd want a stove. So anyway, here I'm just getting some other things in, like a computer, because that they can do activities on there to write and all those kind of things. So just making sure we got a few things in the house for them to do, because the way I wanted to do this, I did decorate for a little child. Like if you had a toddler and a young child in one room, and then the parents in the master bedroom, and then that last bedroom could either be for a teenager, because it is a little older of a bedroom setup, or you could make it for like if your parents live with you, maybe to help you with the children or whatever, or just a live-in maid or whatever the purpose of having that bedroom, or just a guest bedroom. So I decided to go with it and make it that, just, fix it like that. I really wanted to put that little writing thing up there, but I wasn't sure if it would look good, so I decided not to. But because you see all those little things you can put in bathrooms or laundry areas where it's like a writing sticker that you put on the wall that, says some neat little saying or whatever. And I thought that might have been neat, but I just wasn't sure about it, so I didn't put it up there. But, it is what it is. But, this was an interesting build, and I was just trying to place certain things in the bathroom and, to make it look like it was livable and something that you might see at a beach house, because I'm thinking, now, I don't know if this is quite exact, but I'm thinking that, being that it's a beach house, that you'd have a little bit more open layout. You wouldn't be as cramped with things because you have all this space out, from you, and so that would probably reflect in your house too. So I was a little bit more cautious of what all I put in the bedrooms, just so, and the rest of the house, the house part of the house that has the most stuff in it is probably the living room and dining kitchen area, because it is, just getting couch and chairs and everything laid out. And I put a nice TV in there, so whoever come to visit, they could watch TV and have a good time as a family, or do whatever, that they needed to do. Now, like most of my builds, I had a really good time trying to figure this one out, trying to make sure everything was, where I wanted it, and, just flowing with that inspiration. And I wanted to make sure, now the trees and stuff I decided to use was more stuff from the Jungle Adventure, because I got some palm trees that we had from the base game, palm trees, and then I had the Jungle Adventure stuff that I put here, because I wanted to make sure it had a beachy feel. Like if you're at the beach, you're not going to see evergreens, more than likely. You're going to see palm trees. So I put that's what I used to decorate, is just palm trees. So it looks kind of strange in the world that where I decided to build at. But it's okay. It's fine. Because if you place this in your game, you might place it in Island Living anyway. and so it would be fine to be an island living. But I mean, what if somebody, because um, what if you wanted to decorate with palm trees and stuff, and in where you lived at? Maybe you lived in an area where it's a little warmer, it stays warmer, and you could have a palm tree in your backyard. What if you wanted to do that where everybody else doesn't? It's completely up to you. But but we're soon going to be getting into the screenshot, so I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. I do thank you for listening to me ramble a little bit. If you want to download this, it will be available on the gallery. And please like, share, and subscribe, everyone, because every like, share, and subscribe definitely helps my little channel to grow. And I thank you guys for your time and in the viewing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.